She has just walked out to say, "My blanket, I need you." I'm like, "Why?" And she's like, "My blanket's broken." I'm like, "That's impossible. It's not."
It's not impossible.
It's possible to have a broken blanket.
You can get a broken blanket.
Fluff it.
Just like her broken heart.
Okay, now go back.
Get back in the cage before I have to hit you again.
Oh my gosh.
She's tangled her own blanket and she said it's broken. What do you want from me?
It's broken. Shit's broken. Welcome, horrible people, to the Horrorble Opinions podcast. As always, I'm your here to tell Ryan don't put your dick in that host, Kenny.
I'm exiting out of Final Fantasy VII, Daniel.
What? I'm Ryan. I'm here to tell you.
That's what opened up.
Daniel, that child support from afar is not co-parenting.
I mean, sometimes that's better. Oh, hey, if you guys didn't guess, we're talking about Evil Dead Rise, which is also the name I had for Viagra.
Evil Dead Rise.
Evil Dead Rise.
Evil Dead Rise.
So that's the chant that's happening while you take the pill, after you take... Are we all chanting? Is it like a ritual that we all have to take part in?
It's what it says on the bottle.
For some reason, I just thought about, like, old dudes who can't get it up, and so it's dead. But old dudes, maybe they're evil, so...
I don't think there's a maybe. They are.
When do we... Well, okay, Ryan's probably already crossed that threshold. He's old, so he's crotched that threshold. So Ryan, does it flutter like a bird sometimes having a heart attack? Is that...
Like a pigeon's heart, yeah.
Yeah, it's good. What do you care? You got a growth in your pecker. Boy, is that same fly that I heard in all these other Evil Dead movies?
Probably not, because flies don't live that long, so it's probably not the same fly.
If it's a Deadite fly, Daniel.
Have you guys seen Gravity Falls?
No, I don't watch cartoons.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, the cartoon. Yeah, no, that's good. It's good.
Okay, so
it's really good.
You know the character Mabel?
Yeah, the sister.
Okay. I have a coworker, a grown woman who's...
about to say you have a crush on her, so that's not okay.
I have a coworker who sounds exactly like her, and I don't know how to tell her, because I don't think she'd take it well.
She's a pretty famous voice actress and actress. Did you ever watch Flight of the Conchords?
Yes.
You know they're obsessed lady fan?
Yes.
That's her.
That's her, Daniel. You didn't know that. You didn't know I had a famous coworker either, did you? There we go.
You're in one.
I was so happy with myself because at the beginning of this movie, when we get that opening shot, we're doing the Evil Dead monster through the woods shot. I'm like, look at this callback. I'm like, it's gonna be, but I'm like, I know something's gonna happen. It's gonna be like Predator 2, right? Because I know this happens in the city. It wasn't Predator 2, and then it went over a lake, and I thought, did they use a drone to get this shot? And then, oh shit, it was a drone. Look at that. I win. Ding, ding, ding.
Right. It was great. The camera was pushing over the water, through the woods, all that stuff. I wonder if you read my notes, because I also mentioned this is the Predator 2 of Evil Dead movies.
Yeah, I don't think that was real. I think that was CG.
I did. I'll show you my notes.
Okay, I'll believe you. We'll see what other franchises we think this movie hits.
But them doing it using modern technology, again, makes it all that more impressive how they did it in the original, which, if I recall, didn't they just like strap a camera onto a board and push someone through the woods?
It was on a motorcycle, I thought.
I think it was a motorcycle. Some of the shots were motorcycle.
Something crazy.
Yeah, something pretty inventive.
But, that's a great way to start off your sequel in an amazing series with just a nice homage to the original. And all I can say is, drones are dangerous, okay? That you could take your head off with that, but also, he had a pocket beer, and that's impressive. Just walking around with that bottle of beer in his pocket, you can't do it with a can, but the bottle gives you a lot of space between...
Why can't you do it with a can?
Because there's not as much space between the liquid and the spout, and it's going to be all in your pocket, so can's way more dangerous.
But if you drink half of it...
Oh, okay, let me just open up this beer and only chug half of it to shove it in my pocket. Bottle, pocket beer bottle, you slide right in there. It's good to go.
Yeah, okay.
You guys like them triangle cabins?
I've seen them. I've never been in one. I feel like it's not a great use of space.
Yeah.
Fucking triangles.
I like the look of it, though.
It's cool.
It looks sleek.
This is probably the best looking cabin in the woods any Evil Dead movies had. So once again, We get characters.
We do get characters.
Right off the bat.
That's good.
That I'm like, do you guys even like each other? Does he like his girlfriend?
No.
Does she like her cousin?
No.
She likes her. She likes her cousin.
Well, she's annoyed with her is the thing.
Yeah.
There were supposed to be hot rods here, and there are no more hot rods. There's only this.
There's no hot rods. Shelly came, and he's wading in the lake right now to do a scuba scare. And he got a little scared, so he just stayed down there because some shit happens.
He saw some things, and yeah,
he saw some things.
Shelly decided to do the right thing. I got a question for you. You ready?
Shoot.
Okay. The character, when she's reading from Wuthering Heights, and the Jessica is on the bed. Jessica starts quoting the pages that she's reading. And then the character closes the book, but Jessica continues talking. Is that the actual quote from Wuthering Heights? What she says? Daniel says yes, and Kenny says yes?
I think it has to be, because I think that's something easy to fact check.
I think that's the point of it.
Oh, 100%. I had forgotten that it was that brutal. Yeah.
So
is this another fucking book you read, guy?
In high school,
well,
yeah.
Oh my god.
Daniel, let me tell you, buddy. This is significant for pod lore.
I know.
This isn't the first time this author has shown up.
No, it is.
It is.
It's not.
It is.
There's more than one Bronte.
There's 3 of them. They're sisters.
So, they're sisters.
Yeah.
Well, okay, this isn't the first time this author's family has shown up, because Barbarian is a sister movie to Evil Dead Rise.
That's very good.
Jane Eyre.
Written
How crazy is that?
by her sister. That is. I do my little research, my little 2 minutes of research.
It's a little bit.
I guess they're cool sisters. They all died young.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Better than, death before wrinkles.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I have a question for you guys.
Fire
what book
away.
could you creepily quote like this if you've seen someone reading it and, see what page you are? Maybe you just randomly happen to guess what page you are.
By inch.
Crabs. Slight upward curve. I can't believe I was banging my brother finally.
Slight upward curve, inch by inch. Maybe some The Raven, Edgar Allan Poe.
Boring.
That's
true.
fair. That's that's not as exciting.
Sorry.
Yeah, what a piece of shit. Yeah, so we get these 3 people in the woods. We're introduced to them with the drone flying in, almost taken out. What'd you say her name was?
It does. She doesn't get a name, I don't think.
She's got a name.
Probably doesn't.
They all got names.
She might have a name on the cast list, but I don't think anyone said her name.
Is it Jessica?
No,
that's the
Jessica's
cousin.
blonde on the bed.
Okay, whatever her name is. She gets buzzed by the camera, and it turns out it's her cousin's boyfriend's drone. And she's like, yeah, you can tell. He's an idiot. She doesn't like him. She's like, well, I'm going to go sit with your dying girlfriend in there that you seem to be ignoring, and all you did was give her some drugs so she could sleep it off. And then she goes in there, sits down, and then the thing Ryan brought up of she's trying to read her book, and the cousin just sits up and starts reading it page for page, like across the room without looking at it. And she starts slipping into the Deadite voice that we know and love. And it's great. And then the cousin does a stupid and walks over there. And then it's the cleanest scalping I have ever seen with your bare hands.
How many scalpings have you seen?
Yeah.
At least 7.
Oh.
And I tell you what, none of them come off that clean. She pulls, it's like she just pulls, and it's like a perfect little round tear off the, as I described it in a previous episode, off the head bone, also known as the skull for you doctors who don't understand.
I think there's different bones.
Bone.
I know we talked about this, but I think there's different bones in the skull that make up the skull.
No, I
don't know that.
Okay, it's the head bone, and then the lower jaw,
The face bone, the mouth bone,
the
mouth bone,
the talking bone, the bone that helps you talk.
and
then you got the wiggly meat. That sits in the mouth.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the wiggly meat, but the wiggly meat's not a bone.
No,
that's why I called that wiggly meat.
Yeah.
Gotta have your wiggly meat.
Y'all went to college.
Don't even worry about it. I'm not a doctor.
Professor Meatwad, he was trying to explain it to me. I just couldn't pay attention.
Don't play with the wiggly meat.
That tells me
with your Meatwad.
the now top part of her headless cousin walks back outside to the dock to the boyfriend, and he's all like, what the shit? And then his girlfriend walks out, and she's looking all crazy. Also, I feel like when she was changing next to the bed, the cousin, her possession there seemed very much like she was going like through overdose, which I wonder if that was a nod to the Fede Alvarez Evil Dead movie.
2013.
Yeah, the main character in that went through that because it seemed very much like that. So she's walking out there looking all creepy as shit, and he's like, whoa, what's going on, babe? And she grabs his drone out of the air, and then she takes it and she puts it against her face and chops up her face, and then falls into the water. And then boyfriend does a dive. Now, you guys tell me, was his dive better than Bacon's?
Yeah. They're not even in the same league. Yes, much better.
Much better dive than Kevin Bacon?
But yeah. I don't know why
one was watching
a
pancake hit the water, and one was a dive. So
he shouldn't have dove.
Well,
could have just left.
He could have just left. I don't know if that water was deep enough. Something happened to it. He had all this craziness going on, and then his head and neck, like from the bottom of the neck stump, all comes flying back out. It's a great little effect of like, ah! And then we get the best title card I've seen in ages. The evil Deadite girlfriend cousin comes floating up out of the water. Shelly, you see him in the background, like hiding in the edge of the water. And as she's rising over the tree line, Evil Dead Rise comes with it. And then the music's hitting, and it's so good. Ryan, did you like scream when you seen that title card?
I did giggle. I giggled for one reason, because I'm like, oh, it's Apocalypse Now, Deadite. That's cool. But it was a very good title. I'm like, oh, there's the title. Movie's over. Run the credits.
Run the credits. At that
this
point
was amazing.
In time,
short.
Right? This opening sets the tone for the movie, and I like right from the get-go. I was like, okay, this is going to be good. I'm in good hands. This is working.
Do you guys know that Wuthering Heights, the book she was reading, also starts? The book starts with the end of the book.
Did not remember
it's
that.
It's a wraparound book.
Ooh.
Yeah, just like this movie.
And the entire time, I'm wondering, after this intro, and we go to Beth, oops, Preggers in the bathroom, I'm like, so how do we go from here to characters, unrelated characters out in the woods? The entire movie, I'm wondering, but how do we get to the beginning of this movie?
I instantly forgot all about it.
I thought about the entire movie.
It just goes, okay? She's in, first off, she's a guitar tech, Ryan. She's not a groupie. So I know you're going to say she's a groupie.
I was going to say she's a groupie. Well, she sure is pregnant.
She's a guitar tech. You can get pregnant without being a groupie, Ryan.
It helps if you're a groupie, though.
I would go ahead and say that most people who get pregnant are not, in fact, groupies.
Well, what's your definition of a groupie?
Groupies can't get pregnant.
I actually don't know.
It's someone who follows a band around.
Yeah.
Doesn't everyone like music? Wait, that would make all of us groupies if it's just someone.
Are you following a band around?
Oh, you have to have sex with them?
No, I don't think you have to. You just follow them around, city to city.
You'd be willing to. You're going to sleep with anyone on their staff to try to get closer to them. You're going to blow the backstage bodyguard.
But like, she's not a groupie because she's literally on the staff.
That only happened once.
She's a guitar tech. A groupie would be like when Daniel goes to every Doja Cat show, hoping to eventually get a taste of the Doja. And he will sleep his way up her staff.
Got a Doja Mall. I don't know what the hell you're talking about, Kenny,
whatever
it takes. That's a lot of graffiti in there. Who took the time to do all that?
Probably they probably just found a bathroom.
Inch by inch.
Inch by inch.
You gotta do your graffiti by the book.
That was one angry pregnancy test. If you're angry,
I am anger incarnate.
Does it affect your pregnancy test?
No, but it will affect the baby. The baby will be born mad. That's why they cry.
Peeing on that. That is why they cry.
That's why they cry, because the baby's pissed.
She was in there for like less than a minute, and someone comes banging on the door. Like, are you okay in there?
That's because he was scared. He doesn't know what to do. He's not the guitar tech guy.
Yeah, not the guitar tech groupie. And I said, Beth hears you calling. But
good job.
Yeah, it's a Kiss joke. You know, they got a song called Beth.
Yeah, do they?
They do.
So
look, she's pregnant. She ain't happy about it.
Who's the daddy?
This movie's gorgeous. It's anyone. It could be anyone. She's a groupie.
I'm just exactly kidding. All right,
not a groupie.
Oh.
No, hold on, Daniel. She could be a groupie for the maybe there's another band.
She's a groupie for another band.
She's a group for that band while she's the guitar tech for hers. You can be more than one thing. People are complicated.
You're right.
Now we cut out of there. We're coming in on our main building, and this movie is gorgeous.
Okay, Kenny, let me stop you here. Did you the entire time I'm going? Did whoever to the soundtrack to this, did they listen to the Hellraiser soundtrack? Because I'm getting very similar music, like cues and lines. You go back and you listen to the Hellraiser soundtrack. Also, the apartment building, when it's shot from an angle that it looks just like a triangle, so it matches the A-frame cabin in the woods from the earlier
there is
shot.
that, but it also just looks like the Continental from John Wick.
Is it the same one?
I don't think it's the same one, but this is the same shape.
I mean, buildings are, square a lot of times.
Well, this one's not.
You can move your camera to the corner of it and look, and then it'll be like it's in a triangle shape.
And that'll thematically link you to the cabin in the woods, Daniel. Do you know how filmmaking works?
I don't.
Okay.
All I'm saying is this movie is gorgeous.
Kenny like
everything. I love how they lit it. I love how it's beautiful. It sets. I love the sound. It's so good. And now we get the world's coolest mommy in there. What's she doing? She's fixing a tattoo gun?
Yes. No.
Do we get Scrotum's wood chipper before that?
No, Scrotum's wood chipper happens after the earthquake. Ellie, who is the world's coolest mommy, played by Alyssa Sutherland.
Of what fame?
Evil Dead Rise fame.
Okay.
All the people in this movie are Australian.
She was in the Mist TV series, which was, I hear, not good things about. She's in Vikings, which I haven't watched, but I heard good things about.
So yeah, people know her from Vikings.
She was Clacker in The Devil Wears Prada. I've seen that.
She was the shoes? Clack, clack,
Probably.
Clack.
She made the noise.
Clack, clack. Daniel, question time. Which floor do they live on? Is it 12, 13, or 14? Kenny's raising his hand because he thinks you need to phone a friend.
Is it 12?
Kenny?
It's 14.
It's 14, Daniel.
Okay.
Jeez.
Can't you tell when she leans out the window later how high they were? It looked like maybe 7th floor.
Well, I can tell you that the lady later on is on the 5th floor, I think.
Yes, because her stairs work. That's pretty
there
good.
You go.
Daniel, what do you think of this family, Daniel?
I pay attention to. I thought it was a cool family.
This movie does something so well in such a short amount of time that every other movie needs to take notes and learn how to do this.
Each person has their thing that, their trait that separates them from the others, and it's very clear and obvious what it is.
And that's what helps so quickly. We go through here. We meet the mom. We meet the older sister. We meet the older brother. We meet the little sister. They're all doing their own little thing, and just in the span of what couldn't be more than 5 minutes, I am already completely endeared to this family. I care about these characters in 5 minutes. This movie does in 5 minutes.
You even cared for
what a lot
Stephanie?
of movies can't do. I love Stephanie.
Stephanie.
Other movies can't get me to care about.
She was a real
one. How many
one.
Friday the 13th movies did we watch where we didn't care about a single fucking character through the whole goddamn thing? 5 minutes is all this movie took.
Did you think Stephanie kind of looks like the Kandarian dagger?
Well, yeah, I think that's what they're going for.
That's what they were going for. I read it in the trivia.
Oh, really? And then I'm like, nah, that can't be it. But then I counted the letters in Stephanie and the letters in Kandarian, and they're both 9, so it has to be.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's going to be one of those reviews, guys.
The trivia says that.
Okay, well, here are my notes on meeting the family.
Trivia. Okay,
if you read the trivia, you would know that everybody's Australian.
But was this shot? Where was this shot? I think because I saw at the credits it was talking about funding from Ireland.
Well, the director's Irish.
Oh.
I'm not sure where it was shot, honestly. I didn't come across in my brief research. So my quick notes on meeting the family. We got world's coolest mommy.
Mommy's tattoo artist. Yep.
Yeah, we got Lil Punk Rock Greta, because she's out here trying to save the world and stuff. That's Bridget.
I was like, wait, did I miss a character? Where is Greta? Yeah. Which one was Greta? Oh, I'm with you now. I'm with you. Okay.
Yeah, we got Danny, a.k.a. Lil Deadmouse.
I call him Kobe.
And then we got Lil Ryan, aka Lil Cassie, with all the lion and the doll decapitation.
I'm cutting the heads off dolls.
You got my scissors? Haven't seen them, Mom. I love, you can tell this family's relationship. This mom is trying to raise these kids. These kids are she knows she has those scissors. She knows she's not supposed to have those scissors.
What do you think the dad was like?
Doing his best,
Because you got this goth family. Not even goth, this punk family.
It's more punk, yeah. I don't think, I bet he wore a suit and tie.
Loser.
Yeah.
look, for what's supposed to be such a shitty apartment building that's getting condemned, their apartment had some decent space. It was nice.
For sure.
Right? Like, what city were they supposed to be in?
Los Angeles. It's Los Angeles. I know it's Los Angeles because the recording says it is. And
You're
she
right.
says she
Imagine
just
how
got
much
off
that
the.
would probably cost.
She just
Ryan,
got.
you're right.
She just got off the plane
LAX.
from LAX and directly
Yes.
drove here.
You're right.
It's
Ryan,
all in.
You're
it's
right.
all in the head bone meat.
Headbone meat. Look,
That's what we
meet
call
the
the
family.
brain.
Bridget goes to mom and be like, my shirt I need for the rally is dirty. Okay, I'll do it in the laundry later. Will you always forget? Well, bitch, you know where the laundromat is. Like, yeah, you tell her. Bridget should be doing her own laundry if she cares that much. Let's be real here. Bridget then hears a knock at the door, and we meet these two little neighbor boys. They're like, you know, they want some Bridget action. She's like, hey, yo, Bridget, our parents are gone, and we're going to watch all the Freddy movies. And the little brother's like, even the bad ones. And the older brother's like, shut up, there are no bad ones.
Did he say Freddy or Friday?
He said Freddy.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yes. And all I could say at that point in time is, older brother there, that boy got Riz. Okay?
But he didn't.
So much that he has
he
risen.
Yeah. Look, he didn't seal the deal right there, but when she shut the door and he's like thinking about knocking again and he goes away, Bridget's looking through that peephole and she's just like, yeah, one day I'm gonna be like, all right, yeah, I'll come hang out with you, but right now I'm enjoying the chase, but, you know, I got only eyes for you, Freddy fan 3000.
Yeah.
All I'm just saying is I'd hang out with that kid.
You are that kid.
These
Freddy movies, there aren't any shitty ones.
There
okay?
aren't any
You'll find
shitty
that
ones.
out when we do the Nightmare, watch.
In 3 years.
I'm gonna have a much better time with that. So then we get to meet, the other member of the family, Staphne.
Stephanie's my favorite.
Staphne's my favorite. This
Cassie.
Cassie's made a weird totem type weapon thing. We'll find out why later. And it's this baby doll head with some stuff attached to it on the end of a mop handle or something. And she gets into a tussle with Bridget because these are rambunctious children. They're children. We're children. They break the staff, so now it has a point. And then Cassie starts chasing Bridget with the spear she has now. That is insane. These are dangerous ass kids. And then Bridget runs into Dan's room, and Dan's in there. He's got his headphones on, just doing the thing where he's got like one on his ear and the other one off, and he's like got his hand on it, and he's like hands up. He's feeling it. He is having a moment here. He is going hard to his music, and Bridget ruins Dan's moment. And that's why I don't entirely blame Dan for killing his entire family for the most part, because his moment was ruined.
No, Kobe definitely killed the entire family.
You think? No, Dan killed everybody.
100% it's his fault, this entire movie.
And then we get another ring at the bell while Mommy is trying to further dye her hair even more red.
And it looks like blood.
Yeah, and nobody's going to the door. So she's like, fuck it, I'll go to the door. Opens the door, nothing there. Looks around, boom, someone pops up, hits her in the face. It's Beth. And she hits her with the old, you look a lot like Mom insult. And then Beth tells Ellie that she looks like a tampon because of the blood coming off of her hair into her towel. And right there, everything's set up. We got everyone here we need. The family's together. We got Beth and the family.
But Kidney,
Daphne.
What happened to Jay? Where's Daddy?
Yeah, that's kind of awkward. So when your siblings call you, maybe when they call you a bunch of times, and they leave you voicemails, you could at least listen to the voicemail.
My voicemail is not set up, and I don't know how to set it up. And it's never set up.
Neither's in mine.
Mine's not set up because I don't want you to leave a voicemail.
Yeah, and
if you need, send me a text.
Same. And here's the deal: if you are gonna do a voicemail, get to the point. You can't. It cannot be. Hi, how you doing? I don't know. Yeah, I guess call me back sometime. Maybe. Yeah, my husband's leaving me. Bye. Right? Because I've already stopped listening after 3 seconds because you're not saying anything important. Get to the point.
It's Bob. We had a baby. Eats a boy.
Done. See that? You'll get a return call.
That's the era he's from. That's why you got to leave those quick messages. If you got that reference, how's your back feeling?
You got to stretch every morning and before you go to bed.
I think you got to keep them separated.
But you know what? When it's awkward daddy talking, you know what time it is?
Pizza time.
It's pizza time.
Pizza.
Go get some pizza.
Well, Before we go get the pizza, though, we
no.
find out Stephanie's backstory.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no, we're time traveling back into the movie review again. No, go forward.
Stephanie, she made because I think Bridget or Danny told Lil Cassie that the building they live in is an old bank. That there is a ghost of an old bank employee there that if he hears change jingling in your pocket, he will show up and scare you to death. So she made Stephanie to try and scare the ghost back, essentially.
Sure.
And then she got a bracelet from Aunt Beth, and now she's a badass. Now it's pizza time.
Cassie is the only one who gets a present from Beth.
Well, Cassie and then Dad, who's not there.
He's not there to get it.
Yeah, because look, there wasn't time, because she brought up Dad, and now it's pizza time, and I sure hope there aren't any pizza crimes. Now, I was watching this movie on Max, and for some reason, right here, it randomly switched my audio to Spanish. And so when the sisters...
Those Deadites and their little pranks.
Right?
They're little
Like,
pranksters.
I'm staring at it as Beth and Ellie are sitting there talking, and I'm like, I don't remember this happening the last couple times I watched this movie. It sounds way more serious in Spanish. I had to switch it back because,
You didn't have to.
It was going to mess me up.
Daniel?
Mm-hmm.
Did you catch what was on that pizza box when they went to pick it up?
It's the Henrietta's, right?
Yeah, it's Henrietta's Pizza, and it says, come get some.
Yeah.
Do you get it? Do you get the reference?
I get it. It's fun.
Excellent.
Yeah. More important, Scrotum's wood chipper.
Oh, yeah, we got Fonda's tree surgery. That'll come back. So I didn't know this at the time. I had to look it up. So Fonda is the old guy in the building?
Yes.
Do you think, like, in some shots, he kind of looked like Bill Shatner to me?
No.
Did you get Captain Kirk vibes off it? No?
No.
None?
0.
Oh, okay, fine. Were you with me when the hole in the floor opened up and we're like, oh, okay, great. Now there's a bank vault. It parallels the cabin basement. This is going to be Prince of Darkness. The evil is down in the basement. This is why we just keep our creepy shit on display in our living rooms, right? Make it obvious so that it's mundane. And you won't go get it.
There's no desire.
That's right. And did you scream, just find the... as he's looking around there, I'm like, where is it? Where is the Fallout bobblehead? I know it's there somewhere. You just have to find it.
I didn't know. I did not.
Oh, okay.
I didn't see one. There might have been one. I don't know. It's dark down there and dusty.
What'd you think about that when he was down there rummaging around doing whatnot?
He's down there doing whatnot. It's pretty telling that he's like, all this other boring shit. Oh, some records.
Oh, that didn't occur to me until just now, but yeah, that does make sense.
Yeah, I'd be looking for money.
I would be too. Like, it's very, like, there were safety deposit boxes that look like that were still in the shot. They're just over on the right side. Just go look at those. It's like, oh, letters. No one reads.
And then Jesus almost fell on him. Jesus tried to help.
Jesus
as
literally.
A warning.
He reached out and tried to touch Faith. He couldn't get to stand back up. Now, that's important. Do you know why?
No.
Something I'm making up just now. It shows the unstableness, the shakiness of holy power in this universe, because the symbol of God just fell right over.
Well, yeah, Deadites don't care.
Deadites don't care, and it's telling us that. Lots of Saint Benedict protection medallions hanging around. Did you know he's the patron saint of dying?
Of dying?
Dying. He's also like the patron saint of kidney stones.
Why would you? I worship that guy. He's my favorite. The one that handles kidney stones and dying.
It's pretty important, I think.
Kidney stones?
I don't think I'm making that up. I hope not. Here's what I probably am. Kidney stones and nose hair. He's the patron saint.
He's the patron saint of toenail clippers.
Clippers or clippings?
Clippers. Clippings is a different guy.
Ah, fair enough.
But this guy, he banished the crocodiles.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the snakes. I'm like, no, that's someone else.
No, he banished the crocodiles. The other guy banished the snakes.
Does that mean this still gets to fit in the Croc cinematic universe, or because he's banished them?
He banished them into the Croc cinematic universe.
Oh.
Without him, there would be no Croc cinematic universe.
Okay. So through his sacrifice, we got the universe.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Kenny?
I think they still could have ate that pizza.
That pizza didn't look good.
That pizza looked hella good, and it was all still in the box.
Yeah, but now it's got like
Well, the bottom, you can't eat the
dust,
bottom box.
rocks.
I don't know. They seemed like they stayed closed.
No, they were closed, but the bottom one, that was on the ground, and the ground's all wet.
Okay, sure, but you can eat the other two. And you know what? Cassie, when they finally do get upstairs after everyone's panicked trying to find them and they weren't supposed to take the elevator, she immediately is like, Bridget dropped the pizza. She doesn't bring up that she herself dropped the soda. She's already quickly trying to shift all the blame onto someone else.
It's a classic sibling move. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, well, I think I just peed my pants.
Yeah,
Is it warm?
No.
Well, then
Probably
you
just
probably
soda.
didn't. It's probably soda.
Oh, okay.
I love the
Yes,
teeth on
Dan,
this book.
this is your fault.
It's so good.
I thought it was Hagrid's book.
It did look like a hag. We gotta stroke the spine.
Stroke the spine. Dan's down there trying to get rich, robbing the bank.
No, he's not trying to get rich.
He's not
I'm
trying to
just-
get rich,
vinyl.
We
kids.
just talked about this, but we could talk about it again. Because
Why don't you think he's right? He's looking for something.
records.
He literally says
Records.
He
how much...
he grabs records.
Yes, he grabs the records, but he wasn't expecting to find records. He's digging through things. He finds them. They're yelling at him to get out of there. Then he finds the book, and he grabs that too, because why not? It was covered in bugs. When he gets upstairs, they're looking at the book, and he says, I wonder how much this is worth. And I said, I'd buy a Necronomicon on eBay.
1 of 3. Yeah.
One of 3. I've forgotten that there were 3.
Has that been
Well,
established before?
Well, they showed the
Army of
3 of
Darkness.
them, but 2 of those were supposed to be fake, so I don't think that counts. I think it's literally, we've got the Ash
Got the Ash
movies,
one.
and that's the one he deals with. The Fede Alvarez is a second style
I thought that was
design.
the same one.
I did 2 at the time,
so-
but
and then
it's now
there's one
a
in
different
this.
one. Yeah, so this could be the
So
third
they
one.
talk about it a lot. These movies, none of them are technically undoing the others. They are all potentially part of the same Evil Dead universe, and this movie further ties into that when Dan is playing the records.
And Ash is
And
one of the priests.
Yeah, you hear, Bruce Campbell. He's not one of the priests. He's just someone there yelling at the priest saying, hey, you need to leave this shit alone, essentially.
Yeah.
He could be one of the priests.
He could be, but...
You don't know. Don't limit him.
Look, but he's clearly still time traveling, because that was supposedly what recorded in like 1928?
22.
23.
22?
Nope.
Nope. What'd I say?
What'd I say?
You didn't let me
It's
finish.
20. I'm pretty sure it's 22.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
The second one, the one he plays where it's like, oh, we left the church because they were not letting us do our dumb shit. That's 23.
Okay.
Let's talk about dumb shit, though. You got like a whole bunch of stuff here. Like, let's say you got records. Let's say it's books. Let's say you're just leaving notes. And you come to the conclusion that nobody should read this because it's super
Put
dangerous.
that record
You don't leave
first.
that. Yeah, you don't leave that as the last thing. You say, hey, do this first, okay? Do this first.
Maybe don't even
None
have
of
those other ones, right?
Maybe
maybe-
he wasn't in possession of them at the time. Maybe I don't know.
He got the record back there.
Maybe he mixed them up.
but-
Maybe Dan
I
mixed them
don't
up when
think
he picked them
he's
up.
not the one who put it there. Someone else put these there. He's dead.
Well, yeah, and they hung up all those crosses, and they had like Startle and Jesus there.
I think I'm gonna make a Jesus room.
Oh, that's
Should be the bathroom.
that's tasteful. Yeah, need a lot of
all I'm
prayer in
saying
there.
is, you mustn't read from the book.
Why not? Well,
It's
this
got a
one didn't
death
have
curse.
words.
Oh yeah, it's a picture book.
This is a picture book.
Beautiful picture book.
Yeah, gorgeous. Now it's time for Meet the Neighbors as we're waiting for the kids to get upstairs because nobody knows what's happened after the earthquake. So
I thought it was rubber ducky time.
we're almost to rubber ducky time. We have to get back upstairs.
Rubber ducky.
So we
It's
meet the
always
old guy.
rubber ducky time.
Always. Those things are feasting grounds for bacteria.
I don't think that's true.
That is true, actually.
You might know that. I don't know that.
No, you don't know that. We got the neighbor who has the cat in the air duct. That's important.
Mm-hmm.
And he's also got a gun. And then we got the other neighbor who's, just helpful.
Big bro.
Big bro. Yeah.
You could even. There was even Thanos' gauntlet, the Infinity Gauntlet.
Where was
that?
that?
Was there? It was in one of the shots.
One of
That's
the
a
shots?
lie. I just lied to you.
Was it hanging? Yeah, no, you're not. It was hanging around Jesus' neck.
No, well, not around his neck. It was on his fist.
Startling Jesus has
That's
the
how
Infinity
Jesus was gonna
Stones.
defeat Satan. What is Jesus supposed to do? I don't know, but he was gonna use the Infinity Gauntlet to do it.
It was.
He was gonna do
It
it.
was born of Mary to do battle with the devil with Thanos' glove.
Who's contained in as an ooze in like a canister under some church, right?
It happens
100%.
all the time. It squirts you right in the face like a devil would. Look, if you had a book that was closed with like sharp teeth like that, do you A, try to grab not on the teeth to keep opening the book, or B, put your fingers right on the sharp teeth?
There's only 2 choices?
Yes.
I mean,
if you're trying to open the book.
This is 50-50. Can I phone a friend?
You go for it.
have a friend use their fingers. Have a friend use their teeth.
What?
They're talking bone meat.
It didn't look that sharp.
They looked super sharp. Look, I like Dan. Dan's an idiot.
So what are...
How do you feel about the movie character, though?
Oh. Well, I feel like the movie character, Dan, has your next haircut.
I thought... Well, I don't know.
It's pretty good.
I think you can pull it off, buddy. It's good.
He's like...
Also, jellyfish can be anywhere.
Sometimes they fall out of the sky. Sometimes they're in your LA water, I guess.
Can I tell you guys something?
Yeah.
There's one in my butt right now.
Oh shit. You're in one. Wait, one's in you. Little Cassie.
Don't you judge me until
underwater.
you've walked a mile in my shoes.
I don't know how I'd walk with all those jellyfish stings. Every time I shifted, I'd feel like it'd be another barb.
I am the man of war.
I don't think jellyfish have barbs. You're thinking of a
stingray.
Stingray.
You sure that's a jellyfish and not just like a prolapsed intestine or something?
Rosebud.
You should probably go get that checked. Rosebud. Hey, the hand in the water shot looks like a reverse Freddy glove coming out of the water. Bang. There you go.
It does. And Beth gives her the cool aunt fake out where she's like, oh yeah, it got me. Ha ha. But seriously though, rubber bath toys, breeding ground for bacteria because they don't have the inside of them.
There shouldn't be any bacteria because you're in the bathtub and you're getting clean.
You would think that, but the shit just sits in there and it grows like moldy and gross. So rubber bath toys need to be replaced frequently or thoroughly cleaned.
No,
especially yours, Daniel. Wink.
I don't know where my rubber duckies went.
I do. Check your backside. You think that's an octopus back there or jellyfish, whatever you said? Nah, it's Mr. Ducky. Squeak, squeak.
Yeah.
Every time I fart, I quack.
Well,
hey, we've all been there. Look, bath time's happening. Dan and Bridget are looking over the book and stuff after Dan cuts his finger and drips blood in the book. The book's like, oh yeah, I'll open up for you, Danny. I got you. They're looking at the creepy pictures, and Bridget's like, Dan, you probably shouldn't read from this, so maybe just stop. And he's like, yeah, I will. Just, go away, Bridget. Dan's in there. He's listening to some sick records, and they say the line.
What's the line?
Cut to Verata. Nick
nailed it.
I said it.
He said it.
Okay, you got to explain something to me.
No.
What are the summoning rules? Meaning the massive badness, the evil dead that gets summoned. It's not directly summoned at the book location. It's summoned somewhere nearby. Why is that?
Wouldn't be very balanced if like you just spawned in the room with it. It's got to spawn out of your line of sight. Otherwise, you'll think like, oh, it's just game's cheating.
So how far away?
Quarter mile.
Probably further than your game is rendering at the moment.
And also like, is this like Fallen rules? Does it have a certain amount of time to get to a body, or it just poofs out of existence? Because it has physical mass, because it cannot just pass through physical barriers. It has to knock them down or open them.
I don't think it has to. I think it just does that because it's fun.
I always imagine that when we see, it's always like a camera charging at someone. I imagine that there is a thing sometimes, like a literal thing that you can see. But then...
Because like Ash has like seen it in the past and slammed the door on it, right?
Yeah, yes. They see it and they like scream, they react, unless it's just like an angry wind that comes through your basement and breaks your TV.
It's something you can see.
That is something you can see.
So mommy is going to go do the laundry while all this is going on, and as soon as Dan plays the recording and the priests say the words and the book happens to be nearby, that's the question you got to ask, is how close you got to be near the book for saying the words to matter?
I'd say you have to be in the same room. Also,
you want to be in the room where it happens?
Something I noticed when they came back. Now I'm doing time traveling. When they came back from the basement after the earthquake. I know I should do, but here we are. Mommy gives the kids a hug. She touches Danny. She touches Bridget. She does not hug Cassie. in the poster for this movie, she's like cradling the heads of Danny, and she's cradling the head of, look it up, cradling the head of Bridget. She is not touching Cassie. And I'm thinking, oh shit, mommy has the Robert Baratheon death touch.
Huh.
The Robert Baratheon death touch.
Either that, or she thinks Cassie might not be hers. Like maybe her husband was sleeping around on her.
I follow you.
Wait. Wait. Hold on.
Yeah.
The listeners could not see the wheels turning in your eyes, but I did.
I'm gonna.
Don't worry about it.
I don't.
Our creature thing, our force comes charging into the building, and the first person it encounters is Mommy going down in the elevator. Elevator gets a nice little shimmy and shake, and Mom's like, "What the fuck?" And then we get our, less rapey but still tree forest style attack.
Also, she has vine tattoos.
She does have vine tattoos. She also is doing something that I think is insane. She's walking in the communal areas of this apartment.
She not wearing
building
shoes?
completely barefoot. Yeah, insane. Where's the laundry room? That can't be clean. People shit in the elevator. You don't want to step in elevator shit. It's the worst shit. I mean, it has its ups and downs, but it's mostly
Ups and downs because it's an elevator.
Because it goes up and down. Sometimes it goes side to side to side.
side to side.
Love in an elevator.
Freaking a wire shoots straight down out of the ceiling, wraps around her throat. She's hanging. She's trying to reach over to the side with her feet, which that must be a big elevator because Ellie, the lady playing her, seems like a very tall lady. Like she seems big, tall, long, lanky. I'm like, any elevator I've been in, if I were to be hanging in the middle, I'm pretty sure I could touch any of the walls.
Yeah, you could like
at any
ninja
point in
climb
time.
it, right? Hands out, legs out.
Like maybe not like completely get the arms, but you should be able to swing over and get your leg there pretty easy. But she finally gets her foot over there, takes some of the weight off her neck, and then she reaches over and grabs another wire that's hanging down, and then it grabs back. And then all these wires be shooting out, and now she's stuck in like a weird bendy pose, and it holds it, and I laughed. I'm like, yeah, Vogue, baby, strike a pose.
Well, it matches one of the pictures in the book.
It did. This is true.
Wow.
Did you know that, Daniel?
No.
Okay.
Then there's a blackout, and then there's thunderstorms that made me poop.
There's thunderstorms here now.
There were thunderstorms here last night when I was watching it, too. It's perfect
Oh
timing.
my god, dude.
Yeah, and then Cassie had some sick jammy jams. Mommy comes back, and she's standing off in the dark doorway, and I'm like, that's looking like creepy as hell.
It's spooky ookie dookie.
It's spooky ookie dookie. Mom's looking a little off, but you know what? Even though Mom's had a rough day, what does she do? She does what every mom does. She's taking care of the family.
She's making breakers.
She's making breakers, and I like to imagine that, they're okay with sometimes there being a little eggshell in there.
And the blood.
The blood. She's just throwing eggs right into a cast iron skillet on
That's
their
how you
gas
make the
stove,
egg
looking
white.
awesome.
The egg white is just eggshell.
It's just eggshell.
Crushed eggshells. Everyone knows that. And she threw one down because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to walk on eggshells.
Yeah, you throw it down though. That's like symbolic. Like this is for the the little chickies that we lost. This one's for my homies.
These are
Pour
for
one
my
out.
homie
Now-
babies. Oh, Kenny, you're right. Those
Ryan,
eggs are
tell me the
symbolic,
story.
but I'll tell you at the very end.
Oh, they're Beth's eggs.
Well, no. What?
Because
I don't
Beth is
know.
preggers.
Beth's pregnant.
No.
Surprise.
She is preggers.
Yeah.
But
She's gonna
Ryan
be a
said
good
no.
mommy.
I thought you said, surprise, because I get my favorite drink, a soy milk fountain. I like soy milk.
Oh, it's so good. Evil Dead does that better than anything. Well, I'd say Sam Raimi does it better than anyone, but then everyone who does Evil Dead things still makes sure they do it too. Because when the old gypsy lady puked on Christine's face in Drag Me to Hell, it was beautiful as well. It's great. Ryan, what's the story that Mommy tells?
Mommy tells her, I had a beautiful dream, and we were all, I don't remember what the dream is. We were in the forest, and maybe we were having a picnic or something, and there's birds chirping, and the wind's blowing, and all I wanted to do was cut open your bodies and climb in so we could be together. Did I nail it?
Then you like a tauntaun.
And then they do that.
She said something like, and
Kinda.
the sky was clear, the sky was beautiful, and the wind was clean. I'm like, what does that mean?
No, I
Clean
I
like
like
and
that.
wind.
That makes sense. Yeah. And then I want to cut you open and sleep inside you like little tauntauns.
I want you to be the mama kangaroo, and I be the Joey.
Now, for a moment there,
For a moment.
Ellie gets control again.
Yeah.
So she
Yes.
expunges all the bad stuff out of her for a second, and she looks at Beth. She says, don't let it take my babies. And then she collapses.
Oh, Beth didn't do a good job.
Beth had one job.
Well, it turns out Cassie was Ellie's only actual child because...
Earlier you just said that.
You did the
Yeah, well, she has to love the other ones extra because they found out they were only her half-children because their father sleeps around.
Her father's a groupie for a band and sleeps around a lot.
Is that her problem with groupies? Now, Daniel, who was on vomit cleanup duty?
I guess somebody would have had to clean that up too,
because
right?
we never saw it again. It's completely gone.
Huh.
And
I think they absorbed the ectoplasm back, you know. It evaporates back into the...
Well, it probably just soaked into the
Deadite
wood and probably
environment.
dripped down onto their neighbor, the floor lower than them, and they were probably super pissed. I'd be super pissed hearing all the fucking noise going on above me. I would be hitting that roof with a fucking broom. Quiet down up there.
That's why now is the time to go do the Nightmare on Elm Street marathon. Mama's dead. There's nothing else for you. Yeah, I'm like, this is when you go, Bridget. If she had gone then, she lives 100%.
Well, no, because they all come out when the mama died.
Yeah, they wouldn't have came out if they had Bridget in there with her.
Well, yeah, mommy dies, so they go out, and then they go, yes, I will watch Nightmare on Elm Street with you. I will do this. Let this be the day we link Freddy gloves together. That's what she said.
Clink, clink, motherfucker.
Okay? She said that, she would have lived. All I'm saying.
If anyone came up to me and said clink, clink, motherfucker with Freddy gloves, they would live.
If anybody...
Also, don't do a creepy crawl with weird body bending.
I'll do what I want.
I'm okay with.
Is she a stunt woman?
No.
Who's also an act? Oh, no? Okay.
She's a model who's also
I could see her being a model. She's got that model look.
Or she was a model. They all start out as models.
Like, she's got a face, okay? She has got a face.
I think everybody from Australia can just walk like that.
She also has a physicality about her that I'm like, this is good.
Like I said, just her
up.
standing in the doorway.
The trivia is that she studied Jim Carrey in The Mask for this role.
Well, she also
for some
studied
fucking
Jim
reason.
Carrey. She studied Jim Carrey in Cable Guy. Because she has a Cable Guy
that's
moment
true,
later when she's up against the people. Cable Guy!
I really liked everything going on with the people.
Again, the physicality, the way they moved, the way they held their bodies in such just slightly off poses made you uncomfortable.
Okay.
You could look at someone standing like that.
She also should have studied Edgar from Men in Black.
Because was her skin hanging off of her bones?
Sugar water.
Now quickly, Beth and Dan are trying to
hold on,
drag...
Kenny. You've got dead mommy. Do you really have to put her on the perfectly clean bed?
Well, she's not. They don't go straight there. They try to get her out of there. She's not dead yet.
Oh, you're right. They take her to the hallway. That's where...
Take her to the hallway. They're going to try the elevator.
And then they see the stairs.
They go look at the stairs. Stairs are collapsed.
Just like the bridge.
And now, when they see the stairs are collapsed,
Daniel.
just like the bridge, they look over and now she's dead in the hallway. And now we've brought her on the perfectly clean bed, and we've invited our neighbors over.
What's wrong with
and
the
one
bathtub?
of them's...
The bathtub is for corpses.
Right. What's wrong with the hallway?
Trash pickup is in the morning. Am I right? So
it's in the morning.
Put her right next to the door, and you go watch Nightmare on Elm Street. What am I missing, Daniel? Tell me.
You're missing that this is their family member, not just a random homeless person.
Kenny, that old guy looks like William Shatner, and I will not hear anything to the contrary.
That old guy comes in, he's standing in the bedroom looking over the body with the other neighbor, and he's just smoking in their apartment. He also had a part in Ash vs. Evil Dead, if I recall.
Yeah.
And
he's also the priest on the recording.
Is he?
Yeah.
It would have been funny if they brought back some characters from the other Evil Dead movies. That would have been good, like they did in My Name is Bruce. They had like the blacksmith from Army of Darkness, and had someone else.
The hillbilly guy with missing teeth.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember the character's name at the time. Yeah, but yeah, him.
Yeah.
I wish I could quit you.
We have the other neighbor, Big Brother.
Big Brother.
He's like, I'd like to say a prayer. If she's not religious, dog, that's okay. It's just words. You come pray with me. I'm just like, I don't know. Is that gonna make it worse? That might make it worse. He tries to close dead mommy's eyes, and they pop right back open, and it's great.
It's pretty fun.
And now we discuss how this building would not pass like a fire safety thing, because now the two guys are talking like, oh yeah, there's a fire escape. Oh yeah, but we got to go through this other empty apartment. Why would the fire escape be through someone else's apartment? Like, building's on fire. Hey, I'll open my apartment to all you guys to come through to get out the fire escape. Like, no, I'm leaving.
Well,
That's like...
The elevator and the stairwell aren't supposed to go away at the same time.
Yeah, but your fire escape should be in the, like, hallway.
It should be a fireman's pole that goes all the way down the center.
Yeah, there you go.
That would be sick.
Because Janine's going to yell, "We got one!" And then everyone runs out of their apartment.
We got one what?
We got one! It's a Ghostbusters.
I know it's a Ghostbusters, but this
Actually,
ain't a
Daniel,
Ghostbusters.
I'll tell you what we got. We have a spider who thinks she's a dinosaur.
Spider who thinks... I understand.
Okay, now what do dinosaurs sound like, Daniel?
It's baby T-Rex sound. Yeah.
If we give it some more bass, I think you did sound effects on this film, dog.
So good. We have the tools. We have the talent. We're going to get that door open. Oh, my tools are in my truck in the parking garage, though.
Fuck.
Well, I got a shotgun. I can just shoot it off.
I can shoot the door until it dies.
Yeah. So the neighbor boys...
It's only got 5 health boxes left. Yeah.
Health boxes?
Health boxes.
You heard him. The men are out there fucking with the door, so Beth's staying in there with dead mommy Ellie. She's sitting there talking to her. It's like, I'm so sorry. And then the voicemail starts playing, one that her sister left her, and it transitions from the voicemail into, I'm in hell, blah, 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 I'm burning, Bethy. And then
that's why she never listened to the end of the voicemails, because they all end like that.
Doing that.
It's a classic prank.
Well, it's not a prank. She just hates her children. I'm in hell, Bethy. I'm in hell. The fly is walking on her open eyeball. That's not cool.
Why?
Because that makes me uncomfortable. You ever blink and catch a bug in your eyelids?
No.
It's not a pleasant feeling.
Let me ask you this. You ever walk through like a forest and just manage to eat every single bug in your way?
No.
How do you feel about spider webs in the woods, Sam?
I think they're stupid.
What kind of
a stupid fucking creature makes its web in the middle of a path where I'm going to eat it?
How many calories
Only
do you think
the
are in a
tasty
spider
ones,
web?
I hope.
I don't know. I have
tasty
superpowers now.
I don't know. What do I know? I got jellyfish in my butt.
Ellie sets up. Guess what? Mama's alive, and that's one hot mama.
Ooh.
Oh, she's burning up.
Hot mama.
Burn it up.
Burning
I wanted the water to start like bubbling when she got put in because of how hot it would be.
Yeah. So we drag Ellie to the bathroom and dunk her in the tub. Bridget's like, I'm gonna go get some ice. And they're like holding her down in the water. She's convulsing. And then all of a sudden, she's on the ceiling. You shouldn't do that. Do not take a bath and then pop up on the ceiling. That's dangerous.
You're gonna get water damage on your on the roof, on the what do you call it? Ceiling? You call it a ceiling.
Ceiling.
The top
floor. She lets
floor.
out a 6 top floor. Upper decker. She lets out a 6 scream, and then she was all tuckered out and she fell back down into the tub. And at the moment she screamed is when Ryan is finally fully turned on by her. Ryan's like, "Yep, I'm into you."
Yep, yeah, because
he's not denying it.
It combined 2 of my my favorite spiders, dinosaurs, Deadites.
He says combine 2 of his favorite things, then proceeds to list more than 2 things.
Classic Ryan. Now, during this whole bathtub scene, like when she's on the ceiling,
1 + 1 + 2
she puts her
+
foot
1.
on the corner and does like a toe wrap around like you see them do with fingers. I was like, ooh, that was creepy. Then she drops into the tub and then she does it with her hands. And I'm like, normally I wouldn't be cool with you doing the same like trick back to back, but it still works.
Feet are different from hands, so it's not the same trick.
They're barely different than hands, okay? She pops her head up out of there. She's a great looking Deadite at this point. And then she gives the line for the movie, which everyone remembers from this movie. So let's see if you guys remember. What does she say?
I'll say one word. Daniel will say the next one. Mommies.
I bet I don't. Mommies.
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 What's the next word?
Just short for mommy is.
So I actually did 2 words, but mommies.
Mommies.
With
the worms. She say the with the
worms.
Oh my
god, suck ass.
What did she say?
I hate you so much.
No, that's a rubber
Mommy's
ducky.
with the maggots now.
The maggots. They're not worms.
No, those are different.
A lot of calories.
I
in those
had
maggots.
the general vibe down.
Yeah, I don't think you did. Mommy.
The reason
is
I thought
amped
worms
up
is
now.
because I've been reading a serial web novel called Worm. That's why Worm was in my head. I'm sorry.
You got worms in your head. She gets up out of there. Now it's time to do some attacking. She busts a mirror at some point. She's got a shard of mirror to use like a knife, which is a dangerous weapon. She goes after Beth. She does like a little lunge. Beth flinches, so then she has to give her 2 for flinching.
Them's the rules.
and then she stabs it right through her hand. That's ow. Okay, let's try bonus round for Daniel. Mommy's so free now. What is she free from?
All you
titty sucking parasites.
Yes. So
yes, you look very happy with yourself right now. Very good, very good.
So they're
I did it.
This is why the Deadites are such a fun thing.
I
Because
watched the movie.
They try to get personal. They banter. They try to dig at you, and it's great. I mean, it's hilarious seeing Ash interact with them. It's hilarious seeing this family interact with them. It's always good. So she's got Beth over there like, oh shit, you stabbed through my hand. She's freaking out about that. She grabs her tattoo gun, stabs it into her own face. This is Mommy here. I don't know, is that how you load ink into a tattoo gun? I guess you dip the tip in it?
Yeah, that's how you test it.
So, oh yeah, you just put it right into your face. And then she tackles Bridge, and she takes it and starts to tattoo Bridget.
But she would be tattooing her with her blood. I see. I understand.
Which might have some...
That's why she got infected.
Negative effects, yeah. But then Dan comes in there while Bridge is getting her sick, like, Post Malone face tat.
Dan came in with a chair!
With the chair! And not only did he hit her with the chair, it launched her ass all the way into the darkness of the other room. She went flying. Holy shit. Dan, a real one. Dan is so buff. Flying out into the darkness. And now we got... I think she goes all the way out into the hallway.
No, she doesn't.
Oh my god. All I can think of now is Egg McMahon is not going to be happy with that one, but that's not his name, is it? It's not Egg McMahon. I'm like, oh no, Egg McMahon's...
Oh, Mr. Chairman!
Mr. Chairman!
Egg McMuffin!
Egg
owner
McMahon
of the
just
WWE.
lost Mr. Chairman at the WWE!
Egg McMuffin! Look, so that doesn't... How do they get her in the hallway then? I thought that knocked her into the hallway.
No, she's knocked into a different room. People come in from outside.
Big bro comes.
Oh.
And then she jumps on him.
That's right.
And then they struggle out in the hallway.
Then they shut the door and say, nah, that's their problem now. Which is fine. She bites into his head and bit out his damn eye. And do you guys know what that sound effect was?
A plunger?
No, it was Bruce Campbell viciously biting into an apple.
It's always an apple.
Get that sound.
Always an apple. Apples make good crunchy sounds.
And then in classic Raimi Evil Dead type antics, she chokes on the eye and then she spits it out and it goes into the cool kid's mouth.
But she gets a hole in one.
Hole in one.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding,
ding, ding.
And then he's choking on it, and then they're all dying out in the hallway there, and our family just starts putting chains up on their door and shit.
Smart.
I
am not our problem.
So happy how quickly she just murders everyone in the hallway.
Even that little kid tore his arms off.
Even that little kid.
Like a fly whipping off wings, man. Yes, just so great.
Most movies don't have the balls to do it. She just fucking did it. Like,
well,
you
we
are
don't
my
see
family.
her do
I
it.
don't care about you.
Well,
yeah, but
we see armless Toby get flung against the wall and then sit in timeout.
Yeah, and then old man neighbor comes by and we get a nice shotgun. Boom.
Boom.
It's like, oh,
boom,
hey
stick,
man,
boom.
Flies
out
of the shot.
Yeah, then
I get it.
Goes up
and they're all looking through that door peeper.
And then old man gets taken out. And then we get our cable guy scene. And right here, I'm just once again Dan's fault. And Bridget says it too. It's like, Dan, your fault. Beth's like, guys, we got to stick together. Dan, it's your fault.
I said bullshit. No. You throw Dan out the window. This is 100% his fault.
Dan, if you survive, go get help. If you don't, fuck you. I'm throwing Cassie on you next.
They should have thrown Mom out the window.
Well, they should have thrown Mom out the window, and they should have thrown Bridget out the window. If they do that, they survive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we got to go. Dan's like, I got to show you something.
I've been, here's my Minecraft world. I've been building this little village for a while now, and you're the first person that I show it to.
See how this track goes under the water? It took a long time because I'm not using any mods.
I built these machines. They're powered by the solar panels, and what they do is they build more solar panels.
I made a Minecraft machine that produced more machines.
I know, that's what I was referencing, you ignorant skink.
Did you know?
Okay, nerds.
You can mod Minecraft to turn it into a legit RPG.
Yes, Ryan.
Carry
it's
on.
2023, Ryan.
Carry on. Did you know I was in the Minecraft beta okay?
No one cares, right? Also, it was the alpha. We were before the beta.
We were all in it. It cost $15.
No, it cost less than that.
I think it was like $2.
It was like $14.
It was like $8. You're all wrong.
Oh, I don't know. Sean bought mine.
Let's talk about Minecraft some more. You know, there's a lot of there's like a Jurassic Park thing where you can do some like dinosaur DNA, and they got all these dinosaurs running around.
Well, you guys remember when creepy murder stuff was happening in the apartment building? We decided to leave the little girl out there by ourselves while we go in a back room and put on headphones. You guys remember that?
She'll be fine.
You don't leave baby girl alone to be tricked.
She's not alone.
Look,
she has Stephanie.
No, mommy's just sad about dad, but they're gonna get back together. All you gotta do is open the door.
All you gotta do
is
listen to my creepy ass lullaby. Did you go look up this lullaby?
No, because I knew you would.
Oh, of course I did. It's about a woman who has been kidnapped by fairies and being forced to raise their children.
Oh, it's like a reverse changeling.
Yeah, and she's disguising her pleas for help as a lullaby so that the fairies in the fort next door don't know what she's on, but she's basically asking some lady next by the river to like go get her husband, bring a knife, and kill me. Otherwise, if I'm here by next morning, I'm trapped in the fairyland forever. It's great.
Dank. That's good.
Hushabye baby. Baby, not mine, because it's not hers.
Ah, because Cassie's not hers, because her husband
Everything
slept around.
is tying back to Cassie not being her child.
Yeah, except for that one time that I said the other two were her
Right,
child.
but we're back on her not being it now because of the lullaby.
Hey, Kenny, you don't look so good.
Mommy, you don't look so good. She still opens it. The kid had the right instincts, but
No, I
she's
said
too
you
hopeful.
don't look so good.
No, I look great.
Oh.
Okay, I got my House on Haunted Hill shirt.
I'm getting
on.
hot.
I got my Camp Crystal Lake hat
Nothing
on.
a little big old hug and kiss from you won't fix.
Yeah, just give me a little hug, and
so
kiss.
hot in here? Oh my
It's a whole hot night. We don't have to wear any pajamas.
You're still a groupie.
She opens the door, but thank God she didn't take the chain off. Mommy gets if Mommy had a little more patience, she would have been inside.
That's the thing.
Instead,
Deadites don't
instead
have
Instead of
patience, do
grabbing
they?
her immediately.
Yeah, she
Sometimes
gets like
they
an
do.
Undertaker choke grab on her, like she's gonna do a choke slam.
No, he's got her.
He's got her. They run in there like, "Hey man, put her down."
Hey man,
you know?
she's just a kid.
She's just a kid, and Deadite Ellie's like, "Why don't you open the door like you open your legs, you groupie slut?"
Whoa.
Beth doesn't like that.
She didn't like that. That's true.
She doesn't like that.
Because she's not a groupie.
She's not a groupie, she's a guitar tech. Now, Danny takes Cassie and goes and hides with her in another room, and Cassie's like, "Don't worry, Stephanie will protect us."
Uh-oh.
And Bridget
Scrotum Stephanie
is in the kitchen. Yeah. Bridget's in the kitchen, and she's doing great.
Bridget's in the kitchen with glasses.
We do. If you eat my fancy fucking china, do you know how mad I'm gonna be?
Now, this is a reference to Sam Raimi made that Grinch movie, and he likes to eat glass.
Sam Raimi made a Grinch movie?
No, but in the Grinch movie, the Grinch liked to eat glass, and that's what
Well,
I thought
that
of
probably
when she was
pissed
eating
me off
glass.
then too. Don't eat my fancy china.
Look, what do you think of the shot where she swallows it and you see
I
like
didn't
the
like that. That
pointed
bothers
edge, like,
that bothers
sticking out of the
me
neck?
on a personal level.
Oh god, that's because you can't swallow regular things that you're supposed to swallow, Daniel. So you probably don't like it when people are swallowing.
I don't like anyone
non-swallowable
swallowing.
things.
That's why he needs a Jesus room, so we can go, "Thank you, Jesus. Thank you for swallowing my load."
Thank you for taking my load, Jesus.
Oh, is that how it goes?
That's how. Well, I don't know what church you went to.
He didn't swallow
All
my
I'm
load.
saying though is
Can't.
Beth sees
Too much.
Bridget.
Are you saying
The acidity.
Jesus is a quitter?
I'm not saying he's a
Jesus.
quitter. I'm just saying like the acidity and the saltness is too much for anyone to handle.
Too much? Well, you need to change your diet, buddy. Eat more pineapple.
No. I've been having a lot of onion salt on my food because, or maybe it's garlic salt. Maybe it's garlic salt because I
Hey.
don't have regular salt.
Daniel, so what do you do when no one else is around watching? Would you have continued to eat
Oh,
glass because you're up there? Like it's the problem we had in X and Pearl where you have to be there. What happens if no one comes to check on you? Are you
well,
still
I'm
just
doing
there?
all kinds of freaky shit when no one's watching me now.
Oh,
Well, it's like
Imagine
we
if
said
I
in
was
that
a
one-
Deadite.
Right? It's like we said in that one Friday the 13th movie. Like, Jason's waiting in this spot. Like, what if no one ever showed up?
But if
Like,
he-
shit. Guess I'll get him next
when he
year.
was camping the barn. Yeah, I
But
remember.
I think
Yeah.
Deadites have like a supernatural sense of where everyone is and what's going on. So she knew
Well,
they
it's
were
an
coming in
apartment.
there.
They'll, like, she's one of the people. Like, the Beth is gonna have to look for her at some point. But, you know,
all I'm saying,
she's
it's not New Year's Eve, stop eating the glass.
Look, Ryan,
Do you eat
don't
glass
understand.
on New Year's Eve?
That's an inside joke, but Kenny didn't get it.
Did I eat glass on New Year's Eve? Oh,
No, but Amy did.
yeah.
People eat glass? Y'all are freaks. Why are you taking bites?
You ask her, man, because she's a Deadite.
Oh shit!
She's gotta kill the creepy crawlies that got inside my tummy.
When
I don't like having things inside my tummy.
when she puts it like that,
Ooh.
I agree with her. She's right.
Ooh. And then she does this, like, she's on the counter in a squat, and instead of just, like, hopping off the counter, she does this, like, crawl where she, like, keeps one hand and her feet on the counter, and she leans down with her other arm to slowly lower herself down like a fucking cat.
I mean, that's a more efficient way of getting down.
That's
easier
so fucking
on
creepy.
your joints than the shock
I was
of
watching
jumping down.
And the force, yeah.
Yeah.
I was watching, like, the behind-the-scenes stuff as they're rehearsing that, and it was, like, phenomenal. It looked good, even just, like, them rehearsing it.
Okay.
I was watching this movie scene. It looked good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying. That scene was really good, even without all the effects and stuff. That's all I'm saying. Then...
That's all he's saying. Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
That's all he's saying.
Then there's a bit of a scuffle. Beth falls down, and we get another iconic moment from this movie. Bridget grabs a cheese grater.
Yeah.
And you've rubbed your fingers along the cheese grater to kind of feel it before. I know you have.
My fingers, absolutely. My fingers.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. And then she slams it on Beth's calf and just drags that down there and, like, just cheese grates her calf, which is... I think we could all imagine how that felt.
Well,
and
probably
a fun thing they
felt
did is
real good. Imagine getting all that dead skin off. It's like
the exfoliation.
Oh my god, the exfoliation.
And she's like, "Oh, it cheese grate, don't it?
Yeah.
She did not say stop, so she should have kept going.
Yeah. So a fun thing they did at, like, the premiere of this movie is they handed out little goodie bags to the people showing up, and inside it had, like, red Sour Punch straws and then a small cheese grater.
What's fun about that?
That's hilarious because, you know, if you cheese grated your leg, it'd be, like, red.
No.
Yeah, it totally would. You don't understand science. You still haven't even figured out how babies are handled.
How they're handled?
How they're
Yeah.
handled. Well, they have expiration dates, so you want to make sure you get the expiring babies out on the shelves, visible.
Just like those eggs.
Just like, it's Stephanie for the win. It's the one-step exploding brain
Stephanie.
technique. Kapow!
Yeah, because somehow Beth makes it away, and then Bridget's chasing down. She comes in there charging at Cassie and Dan.
Yeah,
and
she tries to go for little
Cassie-
mouse, and she ready for you.
Yep. Shoves Stephanie right through her fucking mouth hole out the back of her skull. She's dead.
No amount of therapy is going to fix this, is all I could think
No.
after that.
What's
I'm like,
there to
we
fix?
We
what's
do what
there
we
to
do in this
fix?
family. Okay, we have a routine at this point. Put a blanket on her, throw her in her bed.
Well, we've plussed it because we've tied her up, and I said, good job, Danny.
Yeah, Danny, it's still your fault, though.
100%.
Cassie and Aunt Beth are having a moment. Look, you'd be a good mom someday, Auntie Beth. Oh, yeah? You know how to lie to kids.
She's pregnant.
She's pregnant. Oh, my God.
Oh,
Is it hers?
Is it gonna be hers?
It's actually.
You never know.
It's actually
that
gonna
groupie
be
life.
the squid baby from Men in Black.
Oh,
It's a squid.
Congratulations. So now power's out.
That baby
Dan-
grew up to be Kit Fisto.
Shit. Not a squid, Billy.
Okay, hold on. Actually, that's better. That baby grew up to be a Squidbilly.
Perfect. Beth is interested in the records that
Kit
Dan
Fisto,
played
Ryan, is a
earlier.
Star Wars Jedi who is like a squid face.
Ryan.
Beep, 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 beep.
It's like a Star Wars character with a squid face.
So it's a Cthulhu Star Wars character. Got it. Okay.
Sure.
Yes. Okay. In case you didn't know. So now Dan's like, well, we can't play it. There's
I don't
no
even know
power.
if
And
that's
Beth's like, guitar tech groupie skills activate. She sleeps with Dan and gets the power on.
Whoa. I mean,
Well, okay, she doesn't do that.
But she
Doesn't
does
get the
turn that
power on.
power.
She hooks up
To
a
11.
bunch of batteries.
She uses a soldering iron.
Soldering iron. Yeah.
I'm guessing it was one of those battery operated ones because, again, there's no power, but they do have.
Well, Dad's not there anymore, and she's lonely. What do you want?
Oh shit.
Wait.
Oh shit. Batteries
That's
everywhere.
That's where she got the batteries. Is what
Batteries
Ryan's saying.
not included.
And so now she's listening to the records
Mhm.
and they're talking and they get to the last vinyl or whatever, and he's saying, like, we literally cut them into pieces. And they still wouldn't die.
Cut my Deadites into pieces. They still just wouldn't die. Had to liquefy them and they kept on coming.
While this is going on, we get back to Scrotum's cat earlier. Meow. Mommy, still locked in the hallway, hears a noise up in the way too big to be real air vent system. Classic movie air vents.
Well, a cat could fit in them.
A cat could.
And a Deadite mom could squeeze through them.
I don't know, man. She
would turn into the X-File, or not? Yeah. Is there an X-Files? Yeah.
Probably. So Mommy's in the vents.
Is there X-Files? What?
Is there an X-Files guy who squeezes through vents?
Squeeze.
Yeah.
It was Toombs, I believe, was his name.
Yeah. The doy.
Covered himself in bile.
Yeah, he made a nest. Yeah.
He made a little nest out of newspaper. Let's talk about that episode. Made a little nest out of newspapers.
That's Daniel's final form.
Oh, hell yeah.
When he gets his sludge queen.
I am the sludge queen.
That's true. You're a little crummy
I breed
asexually.
You just wait.
Is it yours?
I hope.
God, I hope you didn't groupie yourself.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, mommy's in the vents with Kitty. Mommy's in the vents with Kitty. And Bridget is waking up and she's out of bed now, but she kept the blanket on her head.
Where she just
Daniel
inches into frame in the corner.
My God, yes.
Yes, because Dan is distracted by.
Well, apparently he didn't do a very good job of tying her up.
He did all right.
He's young. He doesn't know how to do it yet, you know?
He hasn't hit his kink phase yet, but he's gonna.
Yeah.
I like to be bound.
She creeps up on Dan and Cassie.
Yes.
And Dan pops in to save Cassie, and in doing so, shoves her into the wall or something where she bashes her face. I'm like, that's a bad save, Dan. You've done damage to both sisters at this point. And he gets lunged at by Bridget and stabs her in the chest with a knife.
Yeah.
At midsection, something like that, yeah.
Yeah, and then she...
What do you call that? You call that chest bone? Mid bone?
Torso bone.
Torso bone?
Yeah. Then they end up in the kitchen, I think, again.
Yeah.
And the blanket comes off of Bridget, and she takes the knife and stabs it right through his forearm into the countertop, and that looked fucking painful.
Yeah.
And then she does a blood puke.
That's gross.
All over him.
Turn your head if you're gonna cough.
Yeah. And you know what?
Use your crook of your elbow if you're gonna sneeze. Basic skills.
I told you to put the book back,
COVID's
Danny.
a thing. Society has rules. You turn your head into your elbow.
We have made decisions now, Deadite.
Danny gets out of there by setting his sister on fire.
Yeah, but he's been stabbed in the chest.
Did you know this actually
happened? He got
Adele stole this scene when she was writing some of her lyrics.
Oh, do tell.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if you knew that, but this was her first draft of a lyric where she said, "And I set fire to my Deadite sister.
Watched it burn as I crawled away. Hey."
It practically writes itself, doesn't it, Daniel?
My chest and it hurts as I bleed out on the floor. The floor.
See?
We do this all day, baby.
See?
All day. Well, okay. Don't do a wall crawl, because while that's going on, Mommy got into Dan's room.
That's where the vent
crawling
is.
on the wall. So big. She sneaks up on Beth, but then Beth catches her sister's sick-ass reflection in the stormy window, which I love that shot. And she skitters away, and then Deadite Mommy goes over to the vinyl where it's still playing, and then she puts her finger on it and does this great party trick where the record starts playing out of her mouth.
That's a classic party trick. If you got a friend who can do that, you take them to every party.
Every party. She gets Beth on the ground.
You combine that with the wall climbing.
Don't do the wall.
You've got yourself a party.
If you get fucking footprints on my wall.
Oh, you just wait till I tell you what if you get blank in my blank.
Oh shit.
It'll happen.
I can't wait to get blank in your blank.
Yeah. You just wait.
She gets Beth on the ground. She's like, "I will swallow your soul." 2 souls.
Because she's pregnant.
Yeah. Ellie waits in hell for you and your unborn bastard baby because she doesn't know who the mom is.
It took me a second again.
And then you know what? Doesn't Cassie come through with a pair of scissors?
Cassie slides the scissors back over there.
Over to Beth.
Yeah.
Right through the face.
You know that Three Stooges game where they do like this scissor eye poke and they put up their hand? She fails.
Yeah,
it goes right up
one's
the
trying
nose.
to assault the other one, and he tries to defend himself. That fun game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a game of assault. And then Cassie's, priorities. Are you gonna be a mom? And she looks at her and she's like, yes. But I don't think she's talking about her baby. I think at that point she's saying,
are you gonna adopt me? Because my mom, I don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, if you don't do it, Child Protective Services is definitely taking me out of this home for sure.
Yeah, because
there's still a dad.
Yeah, but he left, so he clearly doesn't want to be involved.
Maybe he didn't like the mommy.
He's a fucking future seer. The dad is, what's that guy's name from Chompy?
That makes him an asshole because he left his kids to get murdered.
He's not an asshole because he's like, if I'm here, all these people die. If I leave, I don't die.
I don't die, and I can save the world from Chompy.
And he can have another kid.
That's true. Men can have kids for a long time.
And I've got game. To hell with those Purdue colors. I'm an asshole.
Oh, God. I'm an asshole. You're an asshole. We're all assholes. Look.
I'm looking.
She's been in charge of those kids for probably less than 2 hours, and 2 of the 3 are dead. 66% of her charge is dead. That's not good. She's not going to get a good review. It could be 100. You're right.
So
you're right. But you know who didn't die in this movie? The cat.
We don't know that.
Well, we didn't see it.
Yeah, you don't see it. The cat lives,
You think the Deadite didn't kill the cat in the vent?
I think cats are Deadites.
Oh, shit.
Game represents...
Game represents game. That's that
represents.
Quote. That's that quote. Game represents game. You're right.
Good job, Grandpa.
Thank you, Grandpa Ryan.
He's dripping.
He's dripping everywhere. Over there.
I should put
there
it.
There were some cool shirts in this, I feel.
There was some cool shirts in this.
Everyone's fashion game was on point.
Yeah, I would look. This is a cool punk rock family.
I agree.
I wish I had a punk rock family.
You do. You're in one.
Oh shit.
You are one.
That's tight.
You already are.
Okay, look.
Looking.
Are we getting out of this apartment now?
Yes.
Because the family's all laughing together, and that's not cool. And we're out in the hallway, and we try to get the shotgun.
We're gonna get the shotgun. We're gonna get the hammer drill thing. No, I don't know.
I don't know. And the family, the family's all laughing together.
The family that laughs together stays together
until they're all dead by dawn. Dead by dawn. You'll be dead by dawn.
So, 2 things. 1, when Ellie says, everybody here dies by dawn, Beth, I got chills. Chills.
That's one thing.
That's one thing.
Next
because
thing.
It was just very understated. I'm like, brilliant. Mwah.
That's just a fact.
This ain't a threat. This is.
And then all of them going, dead by dawn, dead by dawn. That worked for me too. And then bodies start sitting up. I'm like, I love you. This movie, I love you.
I think you could have combined that into one thing instead of it being 2 things.
Oh, they do combine it into one thing.
No,
we all dig
2
into
separate
mommy.
Chills.
Yeah, it's just one continuous chill that we all dug in together. They put their hands on mommy.
They become a rat king. Rat queen in this case, actually.
We don't see it until we get down to the basement after the shining elevator.
They become Tzimitzi vampires is what they become.
I'm sorry, what?
The Tzimitzi? The flesh molders?
Yeah, I'm not going to fucking pretend to know what the fuck you're talking about.
Vampire the Masquerade.
Explain it.
There's a bloodline of
Why
vampires.
Why are you not explaining it?
Am I muted or are your ears?
I need you to explain. Is he going to explain it?
When's he going to say something? Are you going to say something?
Explain it.
I'll go ahead and step in. It's
so
this
in
group
Vampire
of
Masquerade, there's this.
Yeah, it's this bloodline of vampires. That's right, folks. Gaslighting's back for season 2. You thought maybe we were done with it, but we're
never
not.
Never gonna give you up.
The Deadites all merge on mommy and become a big creature thing that we get to see really well in the parking garage. But Cassie and Beth manage to get into the elevator, which is surprise working again. But then it starts to fill.
Well, I think it was always working.
Blood.
They never actually tried it.
Yeah, they're like, ooh, that's a bad idea. And they're right, because they knew that elevator was bleeding. So we got to see inside the shining elevator.
Oh, yes.
And they get spit out into the parking garage. Now, at that point, I think Beth is wearing some cute little, ankle boots There's no way her boots aren't just filled with blood the rest of the movie. Like, we should be hearing her, like, squishing. There should be, like, blood shooting out of them.
This goes into my don't put blank in blank.
Oh.
Don't put blood in your boots?
Nope.
Don't put feet in your boots.
Yeah, don't put feet in my boots, because my feet are in my boots.
Double-decker.
Daniel, if you're in an elevator and the elevator falls to the ground, are you okay?
Well, yeah, because I jump.
You got to jump.
You jump at the last second.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody knows that, Ryan.
Okay.
And then when you land, you do a Superman landing, like a superhero landing.
I think they were okay because they're in water. They're suspended in water.
In the blood.
Yeah.
It's in your blood.
You're right.
It's blood.
Also, it's a movie.
It's a movie. Look, when the creature comes out in the parking garage, too, like, all I could think was, like, look at that fucking beauty. That thing...
She is a beaut. But before that, don't get in my fucking car if you're covered in blood and get blood all over my interior.
Oh, look at this guy who cares about his car all of a sudden, who full-on sneezes without covering his nose all over the inside of his windshield. So there's boogies and stuff.
That's me.
All
I
over
could
this
do that.
thing.
I could do that. You don't do that.
Look at this guy who lets his butt jellyfish ride shotgun. No condom on. All over the front seat.
Even
baby foot gets slimed.
I can do that. You don't do that.
Look at this guy.
Also, you didn't ask to borrow my car.
Well, you know what? Your car doesn't fucking work anyway. Now we gotta walk out of this parking garage. No, it works.
So you just drove it into a fucking hole, stupid.
Oh, that's embarrassing. Look, we're gonna do a nice little Indiana Jones roll out the parking garage, and we're going under it, and then someone does a little girl swipe.
Oh, this was straight like Aliens with
Newt. She became Newt.
Getting snatched up by the aliens.
That's literally what I said. Hide Newt.
Okay, good. We're on the same page.
Okay, then we don't need to. Then we don't need to further elaborate on it because that's what it is.
Look, we got a yellow chainsaw.
Yeah.
Normally a red chainsaw.
Right, but it's yellow this time because they didn't have the car. And
I'm insulted they didn't have the car.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't have the car. They could have just been a car in the parking garage.
Wood chipper.
Could have been any car in the parking garage. So the creature has snatched Newt Cassie and it's got her backed up in like the back of a pickup truck. Beth has to get back in there, so she does. And then the creature is in front of Newt. So it's true. It happened.
She does. He's right.
So the creature, instead of just being a creature tearing her apart, is slowly taking the chainsaw to Cassie. Now, Beth takes the shotgun from behind the creature, still in direct line with Cassie, and fires.
Yeah.
That's not safe.
Beth is a parent, you know? You don't always make the best decision in the moment. Sometimes you shoot the shotgun at the kid. I don't know.
It's fine. She says, come get some. That's another classic line.
And then she falls over backwards, and I laugh.
Yeah.
I laugh so hard.
Well, it's because the thing throws the chainsaw at her.
Yeah, saw that coming. Ha! Ha!
Really? You saw that coming?
Ha!
Really?
Yeah, I saw it coming. Yeah, because I've seen this movie like 8 times already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then...
You know what? You're still a groupie slut.
Oh, you can't... Look, only her sister can call her that. She gets... She's, the creature's trying to slow drag Beth into the wood chipper, which is great. But then Newt, Cassie, comes back out and turns off the wood chipper, and the creature's like, this bitch. And then Beth gets the upper hand. I don't remember how. Was it chainsaw?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that chainsaw. Yeah, she puts it into its face. Vroom, vroom.
And then starts running it back into the wood chipper because Cassie turns it back on, and then the wood chipper direction arm just starts moving by itself and starts just hosing everything down in the blood, and I'm like, yeah. And then we get down to just
it is
Ellie's
so
head.
Gooey and gross.
Yeah, it's a little yuck. And
use a little yuck.
Ellie once again says, "You really do look like Mom, and you're gonna fail just like her." And then
and then the kick is good.
Kick is good. And no wood chipper. And then we're like, okay,
Dolphins win the Super Bowl.
Finkel and Einhorn. Einhorn is Finkel.
Well, that kick was bad because he missed.
The laces were in.
Laces were in, and you want them to be out.
They were in.
God damn it, Dan Marino. And we're about to leave the garage, and she stoops down and picks up the chainsaw because, yeah, you need it.
You're going to want that.
You're going to want it. And then, boom, we get our surprise wrap around the cousin from the beginning of the movie.
Did we mention that bit from the beginning said it took place, or that this took place a day before that?
we mentioned that we've gone back in time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because my entire
So
thing
how
did we go from
go-
this movie to the beginning of the movie?
Have I now gone back in time to re-explain that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go
Surprise
even
wraparound.
further back in time to the time of the Triassic.
Okay.
Oh shit. When Pennywise creature crashed down onto the earth.
Deadites versus cavemen versus dinosaurs.
Well, cavemen and dinosaurs didn't live at the same time.
Yes,
is the thing.
Did.
Pluto's a planet.
Pluto was a planet back then. You're right. Not now.
I'd like to point out that not only does Beth win, she wins while maintaining both her hands and a survivor.
Yep.
Well, her one hand is fucked up.
That's true.
I'm betting she can still use it. At least she still has it attached.
Well, you gotta hope that duct tape job was good enough that none of the Deadite blood got in it.
I think she would have turned by now if that had happened.
It depends. It seems like the Deadites like to do that shit like at random times and just fuck with people.
Terror and
you'll see.
chaos.
Yeah, it chooses when to be full fuckery mode. I like how the lady was just completely oblivious to everything going on in this apartment building.
Well, she was on floor 5.
She's technically 9 floors lower, but come on. You don't hear the fucking stairs fall and shit? Like, that's insane.
Well, her stairs are fine.
She's sitting there talking to her cousin about going to the cabin, blah, blah. It's going to be great. And her cousin's like, I don't want to go. You shouldn't have gone. And I'm like, she's still completely oblivious. And then she finally notices all the chaos around the parking garage. And then the Deadite takes her over. And I appreciate the Deadite still deciding to just drive her out to the cabin, like, stick with the plan. Like, oh, shit, yeah, we're going to go to a cabin in the woods. Ooh.
Well, here's the thing. It takes her over, but it's daytime. And Evil Dead 2, when Ash got taken over, when the sun came out, Deadite went back into his body. Also, you're in your car.
Wait, wasn't it because it went through the medallion, the necklace he was wearing from his girlfriend?
Did he have it at that time?
Pretty sure it was a whole, like, oh, I love my girlfriend, and then the light was shining through the necklace, that just accenting the fact that oh yeah, I have a loved one.
That also happens in the movie, but it happens later in the movie. 2 different times where he gets possessed, and then it goes away.
Possibly. I'll reserve my...
We should watch those movies again
later.
Anyway, Jess is in the car. If you're in the car and you see gore everywhere, you just drive away, right?
You just drive away.
You just drive away. Why get out and take a sneaky peek? Sneaky peek.
Yeah, you know.
Why get out and stinky peek?
Snatch a peek, peek a snatch. Why sneaky peek at all?
Exactly. In this day and age?
If a horse could water a coconut, and drive a tractor still.
Why milk the cow when you can get the horse for free?
The Deadite soy milk. Okay, so how does one survive this movie?
You leave.
You have to leave, right?
You stay in your apartment and don't come out, you nosy fuck.
Sure, don't be a nosy fuck.
Okay.
Yeah, you sit there until you finish all your Nightmare on Elm Street movies. And then you come out, in the morning, you do a little flex in the mirror with your shirt off, be like, you don't know what you're missing, Bridget. Don't know what you're missing. And you rub your little mustache that's coming in.
Ooh.
Stroke it. And then you just live your best life, and then you find out Bridget's dead, and be like,
And then you tuck your boys and your hog between your legs, and you do like a little dance to that song, you know?
And you say,
would you fuck me?
I'd fuck me. I'd fuck me hard.
I'd fuck me hard.
You know what I mean?
This is where I wrote down that this is the Predator 2 of Evil Dead movies. It's all the fun, but in an urban setting.
2.
Yeah, I'm with you. For this movie to work, Beth does not need to be pregnant.
She doesn't need to.
I don't think it adds anything.
If they do a direct follow-up, it could potentially, if that's what they're planning.
She's gonna have a Deadite baby.
Lee Cronin wants to do more. That was the writer-director behind this.
I'm down for that.
I don't know. Maybe it's just amping up partially the potential body count, like she's got even more on the line, and it's the whole reason Beth is there is she's struggling with going to be a mother. She's not gonna she doesn't seem like she's necessarily gonna get rid of the baby. Maybe she will. Maybe that's part of the whole thing. So it's her coming to terms with being the mother, and that's her journey she kind of goes on with Cassie.
Kinda, but Cassie is enough.
It's like, yes, I don't think it's a necessary thing, but it doesn't take away from anything either. Like, it's just there.
Yeah, it's just another pregnant heroine.
Another one.
But if they have pregnant heroine addict, we've all been there. But if they do a direct sequel, then there has to be some sort of payoff with that, of course. The whole, maybe I ingested some of the blood. Is my baby going to be okay? Oh, that fart sounded kind of Deadite-like.
It did sound very Deadite-like. It sounded a bit juicy. Can I trust it? Is it the jellyfish? Has it been fed? These are the questions.
Definitely some chunks.
So, are you guys ready?
Carrots.
Are you ready to go off rails?
I was born
Were
ready.
we on the rails?
Here you go, because I have, I have three theories.
Evil Dead on a train.
This movie is...
Is he going to say his theories?
This movie is Aliens.
Yeah.
It's very Aliens.
Beth is Ripley, Cass is Newt, the cat is Jonesy, and Ailey
the cat is not Jonesy.
The cat is Jonesy. Cat fucks
How's the cat
everything
Jonesy?
up because it's running through the vent. It's Jonesy. Ellie starts off as a normal alien, and then she morphs into the queen alien by the end. In the scene there's a scene where Beth is cleaning Cassie of her bloody face. This mirrors the scene in Aliens when Ripley is cleaning Nert's dirty face.
Nerds, yeah.
Nerds.
Nerd. Classic nerd.
Why does it say Nerds in my notes? What does that mean?
R's not even by W.
Mirrors. There, it's a word. Mirrors.
What? How do you...
You heard him.
Do you not have a QWERTY keyboard?
Ooh, there are also similar music cues from Aliens. So in Aliens, when the Marines are discovering what happened to the colonist, there's this like junk, junk, junk kind of sound. And it's the same sound that happens when Ellie sits up in her bed after the spooky phone hijinks. Or when we also have Aliens in the vent. Ellie goes through the vent. Newt was taken by the aliens. Cassie is taken by Beth Alien Queen. The Alien Queen was vented into space. And here, Beth Alien Queen is vented into the wood chipper. There you go. This movie is Aliens.
I mean, it's, yeah.
Theory number 2.
Oh, that was all one?
That was 1, baby. Theory number 2.
How many did you say you had?
I got 3. Theory number 2 is about liquids. In the logic of this movie, if you are submerged in water or another liquid, that causes a transformation so that your baptism, your ritual, your rebirth. And that's why after Jessica takes the drone to the face, she goes into the lake and then she pops up and is able to float after she's been rebirthed from the lake. Beth and Cass are rebaptized, rebirthed from the elevator from all the blood, and that's what rebirths them as badasses, and that's why they get to live. Ellie is rebirthed when she's submerged into the tub water, and that's when she fully transforms into the Deadite. So all the water is about being rebirthed. Now, the water in the lake and the bathtub is still water, and what do we know from Silent Hill, Daniel, about still water?
It runs deep.
I don't fucking know.
Still water is associated with death and decay. Running water, moving water is associated with life. That's why the death decay water is for the Deadites, but the water rushing out of the elevator, the moving water, is our heroes. That's theory number 2.
Okay, that's 2.
Are you ready for the eggs?
We only have to get through one more, Daniel.
Only one more.
Yeah, go ahead with the eggs.
How many eggs did she break?
The number of family members. I don't actually know.
I had to stop and look. I was hoping that the number of eggs she breaks would match the number of characters she killed in the movie, but it doesn't work out that way. I count 9 eggs in the pan and 1 egg on the floor. So you have Caleb, Jessica's cousin, Ellie.
Which is Teresa. Her name is Teresa.
Teresa. Okay, so Caleb, Teresa, Ellie, Danny, Bridget, Mr. Fonda, Big Brother, Gabe, Little Brother is 9.
There's still a lot more characters in this movie.
There's 1 more character, and that's Jessica.
There's Teresa, Caleb, Jessica.
Yeah.
Those are our 3 in the opening.
Don't count Jessica. Jessica is the egg that got away because she's still alive. That's why she's not in the frying pan.
But she's possessed.
She's possessed. So there's 10 eggs in total.
So I'd argue that okay, so you don't want me to count Jessica. Okay, so Teresa, Caleb, Beth.
Yep.
Bruce. So I'm not counting Ellie.
Where did you get Bruce?
Bruce. It's just a guy listed here. Noah Paul played Bruce.
One of the kids.
Oh, okay. One of the, Big Brother. Okay.
How many of those brothers were there? Because there's Jake
2 little...
and Scott were the 2 younger ones.
Yeah.
Gabriel was the neighbor that wanted to pray with them.
Is Big Bro.
Who was Bruce?
He's one of the kids.
Guy knocking on the bathroom door.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Bruce is the guy knocking on the bathroom door.
He's the kid that knocked on the bathroom door at the beginning.
So we don't count him then, right?
No, you don't count him.
Okay, so we got Teresa, Caleb, Beth. You don't want me to count Ellie, right?
You don't count Beth because Beth lives.
Okay, so who am I counting?
Only count the ones that die or got possessed. And it's represented by the eggs.
1 plus
so
1.
then I do count Jessica. Jessica
was
possessed.
Yeah, so there's 10 eggs.
So
9 in the frying pan, 1 on the floor.
Counts. So Teresa, Caleb, Jessica, Ellie, Bridget, Danny, Jake, Gabriel, Scott, Mr. Fonda. 10. 10 possessed or dead.
Yep, 10 eggs. 9 in the frying pan, 1 on the floor.
But the one on the floor is the one who escaped.
Is Jessica. You counted Jessica.
Why do I
And
count
you said
her
Scott.
as
I don't know who
escaping?
Scott is.
Scott's the little bitty boy who got his arms torn off like a fly.
He's the wingless fly.
Oh my god. Look,
I'm just saying.
you guys like this movie?
I like it a lot.
I liked it up until the last 5 minutes of us, well, not us, I wasn't involved in this, of you two.
Doing whatever the hell that was.
This movie got a 6.6.
That's too low.
The last one got a 6.5, also too low. First one got a 7.4. The second one got a 7.7.
If Army of Darkness doesn't have a 10, then what's the point of this?
Army of Darkness gets a 7.4.
That's not a 10.
How many tentacles does your jellyfish give it, Daniel?
All of them.
All of the tentacles. This movie was so fucking good. Look, I liked the last one.
Yeah.
The last one, the Fede Alvarez one, is more to me like Evil Dead, the OG. It's darker. The humor in it is extremely dark. It's not as much humor. It's just we're hitting you with this. It's in your face. This one, the Lee Cronin one, is the Evil Dead 2.
I don't know. I disagree.
You do?
Yeah.
I think this one hits. I was laughing my ass off.
I don't think there's
watching
that
this.
much. I mean, there is some humor, but I don't think there's that much.
It's not humor in the sense that we're telling you a joke. It's the way they use their over-the-top slapstick
There's
gore.
only like a couple silly things. There's a shit ton of silly in Evil Dead 2.
Evil Dead 2 is sillier, but it's not to the point of Army of Darkness, which is all slapstick. But I'm saying, in comparison, if the Fede Alvarez one is Evil Dead, the Lee Cronin is Evil Dead 2, because they amp up the ridiculousness of the effects in a manner to which it is hilarious. The eyeball shooting across the room, the cheese grater on the leg, terrifying and hilarious.
I don't think that's funny.
I don't think I didn't laugh at that at all. What is
I
wrong with
so
you, you
that.
sick
That was
human
so good.
being?
I laughed at the
Stephanie.
eyeball. That was
I
about
laughed
it.
at eyeball.
And actually, I did
Stabbing
laugh
with
when the
the
chainsaw
Stephanie.
got thrown at her.
I laughed when she fell after the chainsaw. That was the only times I laughed.
I laughed this entire movie.
You might have a problem.
I definitely have a problem. We'll talk about this when we eventually cover this entire series, but I feel comfortable saying this is top to bottom a series that never misses. It is the best, most consistently good horror series, period.
Are you saying there are no shitty ones?
There are no shitty Evil Dead films or show. There are shitty Evil Dead games. They're still fun. They're just not always made well.
Work shed.
Tool shed.
Tool shed.
No,
Tool shed, you ignorant.
Work shed.
Ignorant skink.
Lee Cronin also made a little movie called Hole in the Ground.
I saw a
that
trailer
I had
for that.
seen. It's pretty good. It's not as good as Evil Dead Rise, but that's just a fun playground to be able to go play in, I think.
I know. In my playground, I don't want holes in the ground. I want a swing set, a jungle gym, perhaps. Some
How would you
monkey
feel
bars,
about a pipeline going underneath it?
a pipe lime?
Yeah, with like a phallic-looking fire totem.
Well, if it's under it, I don't really fucking care. You know what I mean?
So you are one of those.
I'm not one of those. Other than just watching the rest of the Evil Dead series and The Hole in the Ground by this writer-director Lee Cronin, what would you suggest these fans of ours go watch in before Deadstream?
Hold on. We didn't do a synopsis to this movie. Daniel, what's a synopsis of this movie? I knew something was bothering me. Daniel has had low energy the entire time, and you know what it was? We didn't let him charge up at the beginning. That's what it was. We didn't let him power up.
Season 2, bitches. Anything could happen.
Okay, synopsis. Have you seen Evil Dead?
Yes.
It's that.
Oh, great. Okay.
But in a apartment building instead of a cabin in the woods.
I'll handle the Daniel synopsis. Punk rock family deals with daddy issues, and evil deadite creature
I don't really think
comes
there's any daddy
and
issues.
tears them up. Initial daddy issues, but it's not really linger. Oh crap!
Is that what the D for initial D is for daddy?
Initial daddy is. Do you guys see the creepy little Ninja Turtle eye that's like right below my mic thing there, just peeking out?
Yeah, I see it.
Kind of freaks me out a little bit.
It's like he's a cyclops.
Oh,
That's
shit.
your child. How can you say that about your child?
What? You beat yours. I mentally abused mine. So what are we recommending other than Deadstream? Because, duh. That's too easy just to throw out Deadstream. It's perfect. I mean, again, go read any Evil Dead.
Well, I would recommend
books.
Deadly Premonition, obviously.
obviously. Drag Me to Hell, just if you want more slapstick
Sam
horror
Raimi.
with the Sam Raimi
You guys know
taste.
Sam Raimi?
Yeah. Spider-Man.
He made that baseball movie with Kevin Costner.
Was that Spider-Man?
Yeah.
A few good balls.
We could all use a few good balls.
Field of Nightmares.
Oh.
If you build it, they will come and rave in your corn crop field.
This movie had no baseball references.
Lame.
It's
Did you
out.
watch Predator 2?
Get out of here.
Get out of here. Definitely Predator 2.
There's not a lot of
Good. What's some good
demon demonic possession movies then?
Not just that, but in like an apartment building, like
Wreck?
Wreck would be good. Actually, Wreck would be really good.
Ava's Possessions.
Poltergeist. What is it? 2, 3, 4? Yeah, the one the little girl dies in the middle of shooting. That one.
But these are movies we recommend, Daniel.
Oh.
I recommend the entire Poltergeist series.
Yeah, you would.
Okay, but you
I'm
have to
sure
watch
you
them
would.
all.
I mean, it's good, great. What?
He drinks the tequila worm.
That's in the
You gotta
second
drink
one.
the worm.
You gotta
It's
drink the wood.
gross.
Look, yeah, Ava's Possessions. If you want something that's a little more lighter in tone but deals with possessions and whatnot, My Best Friend's Exorcism is a good time.
Your best friend got exercised?
Yeah, she stopped exercising because she got those convenient tapeworms.
Maybe that's what I got going on in my butt.
What is going on in Daniel's butt? Stay tuned for more.
Well, I mean, I'll tell you right now if you really want to know.
I kind of want to know.
Quack.
What?
Oh, wait, Kenny, do you hear that coming out of Daniel's butt? What is it? It's
It's that damn rubber ducky.
Squeak.
Squeak, squeak.
I'm done hiding in there.
It's me, Rubber Ducky Ryan, living in Daniel's butthole again, here to remind you
It's Wacky Friday.
So please come and like and subscribe everywhere where podcasts are played, not just where you listen to it, but I need you to go to all the other applications and also follow and subscribe. Hit that little flick the bell. Next time, we're talking about... 2023's
2023's.
2023's Talk to Me. So
That's like
go watch
20,000
that.
years in the future.
Don't even worry about it. As always, I've been your horrible, never gonna get tired of you titty sucking maggot followers host, Kenny.
And I know we've been having a lot of fun here today, but I don't have squids or tentacles or anything in my butt, Daniel.
Those 10 eggs mean something.
They don't mean shit.
Jack and shit. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Every time I fart, I quack.